So why is it time to maybe consider choosing decentralized platforms that we use, digital platforms, social platforms, over centralized platforms that we've used for a long time? For instance, I've been on Twitter for a long time, YouTube for a long time. Why now? Why start moving stuff now? Well, if you are reasonably digitally, if you can say it, savvy enough, you will probably have seen in the news a hell of a lot of reports about hacking attempts, password leaks. Marriott hotels lost 500 million passwords. Didn't lost, but like got leaked. There's information getting leaked all the time. It's become an economy in itself for big corporations, and centralized, that is a company often with just one URL with lots of servers in the background, so database servers dotted around the world, obviously for the different places in the world where those companies run. But they're a single entity in its own right. If somebody wants to attack Facebook, they can go to facebook.com and all dig around and find out there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands and thousands of different servers and their infrastructure, and keep on prodding at it until they get into it or break it or bring it down or DOS attack it. And so from a centralized platform perspective, when you log on in the morning, you go to facebook.com. That is the way to get into your Facebook, or from your mobile app. You just click on your Facebook app. Therefore, it's a centralized application. There's one way into it. One way into it probably more or less than centralized. So what am I saying by decentralized? Why go decentralized? Well, the reason why I really enjoy the Steem blockchain is that it is immutable. That is, I can put something on the Steem blockchain and it will automatically be in sync with another node, another server somewhere in the world, and there's probably about 100 of these servers, and they make sure that they're in sync. So there's no single point of failure in the blockchain. And the reason for that is that it's spread out. It's not just one location, it's hundreds of locations keeping this blockchain in sync. So if it's not found on one site, it should be on another one, and each server keeps itself in sync, passes the ledger packets onto each one. So it's not like you have a single point of failure, is the point I'm getting at. If somebody is coming to attack your hosting, to take down your web page, to remove your backups, they can attack that one server and find out where the backup location is and effectively remove that offline, off the internet. With decentralization, you have multiple copies of it spread out around the world. And it's not just a single password. Passwords are often notoriously really long. There is differences, massive differences, in having a blockchain account versus a normal like social media account. Oftentimes you have 4 different levels to it. For instance, the Steem blockchain has that, like a posting one, an owner one, and a couple of other ones to do various functions within your account. And there's many entry points into the Steem blockchain. It's not just one front end. You can go to SteamPeak, you go to Busy, you can go to Steemit. There's lots of different ways onto the data on the blockchain and how it's presented to you. So why would I tell you about decentralized applications over centralized one? Well, social media has been around now in various iterations. You could probably call this version 2.0, 3.0 social media. And if you are digitally savvy enough, you'll have seen lots of things to do with cryptocurrency over the last year or so. Mainly about people buying Bitcoin, and then there's Litecoin, and there's all these other different coins. And a lot of people have got burnt on it, but a lot of people did very well out of it. And a lot of people made little companies out of it. Steem itself has been running now for 2 years with 20 different hard forks, and it's still here. The price of it might be incredibly low, but we do have a rock solid, stable blockchain running with all my data that's been on there for the last 2 years. Now, I'm not saying that it's impenetrable, because no piece of software running on the web ever is. There's always a way to get around certain things. But I would say in the 2 years that I've used the blockchain, I have felt more secure on that platform than any other decentralized platform ever. So with all these data leaks that are happening, things like Article 13, where people are getting suppressed to be able to say certain things, marketers or sales departments on YouTube only looking for certain kind of criteria of YouTubers, people getting demonetized, so it's actually affecting their income, their money that they make from their content on their YouTube shows. A lot of people are getting affected that 3.5 years, 4 years into doing their YouTube. I'm not trying to persuade you to do one or the other. I'm not saying get rid of your Facebook. I'm not saying get rid of your Twitter, but I'm asking you to maybe take a look at decentralized platforms, because I think you'll be surprised as to what you'll find there. I'm going to record another 3 or 4 little points, and then I'm going to get into probably about 50 or 60 different applications that run on top of the Steem blockchain, and I think you'll be surprised what's out there.